Hi there, Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock. How are you? I'm gonna give it just a second, let you guys get on, catch up with me, and then we'll get some things going, okay? Tonight we are doing a combo card slash bookmark for the book lovers in your life. So I'll let you get on and I'll be right back. Hi Lise, how are you, hun? Let's see who else is on with me. Oh, and Linda's watching. Oh my goodness. Hello. All right. So it's like 2 after, so I'm gonna get back to going. There's only a little bit of housekeeping that's going on right now. First off, if you're part of club, I've got the host code up and that was emailed to you, so if you don't have it, please let me know. Secondly, there's almost always a host code up, and Jody is the host for this week because of card class week. So also, if you want to come to card class, yes, Lisa, I have you for Saturday morning. If you want to come to card class, I have a couple seats left on Saturday, so let me know in the morning and afternoon. Let's see. Lastly, new paper trimmer, which we're going to use tonight, is available now for $25. Blades are available come January. And I think that's it for now. So let's get to creating, shall we? Let me put you down. Hold on just a second. Hi Denise, how are you, honey? Good to see ya. Hey Carrie, how are you, hun? I still have your cards to be done. We'll just wipe the dust off whenever you get to it. I will be open on Monday, even though you guys are off. So let me know if you want to come so I can get that set up for you. Okay? All right, so let's see here. Alrighty, so for tonight, we are creating this gorgeous bookmark. And I'm going to see if it still comes off easily. Yes, as long as you go slowly. Bookmark and card. Okay? So that is what we are creating tonight. I've got a couple tips for you on that. In the middle, hopefully it'll come out better. So we'll see, right? So let's see here. So I'm going to get organized here for just a half a second. Bear with me. And I'll talk through what supplies I have out on my desk. And then we will get moving again, okay? So for this project, I've got the Seaside Spray and the Night of Navy ink pads. I've obviously got a clear block. And I've got the metallic Seaside Spray ribbon. Who just joined me? Say hello. So, numbers changed, that's why, if you're wondering. I've got the Christmas Gleaming stamp set. We're going to use the filigree up here and the Merry Christmas down here. Okay. There's a lot of other pieces that are awesome, but that's what we're using for tonight. And then I've got some Night of Navy cardstock. Feels like Frost 6x6 specialty paper. And then I have a long, thick Whisper White card base. So this is an 8.5 by 11, cut at 4 1/4, left at 11 inches long, and then scored at 5.5. Do I need to say that again? For those of you that might be doing this project. All right, on the replay. So your thick white cardstock is at 8.5 by 11. I've cut it in half at the 4 1/4 mark. I've turned it on the 11-inch side and scored at the 5.5, which is the halfway point for your card base, okay? So, and then I've got the new paper trimmer. So hopefully we have enough room. I gotta move some stuff, hold on. Gotta create my big circle, right? Okay, if you guys only knew what my desk looked like. Okay, so with that being said, the card base, and this is for Shawnee whenever she sees it. I know she's not on right now, but it's for her because she asks me this all the time. The valley or the dent, okay, is what goes on the outside of the card. The bump or the mountain goes on the inside of the card. Okay, so that is how we are gonna fold a card. All right, with that, I am going to cut, and you know what I realized? I realized that when I do cards in front of you, everything's always pre-cut. So I'm gonna start cutting and doing, so that way you guys know that I actually cut my own stuff. Not that you didn't, but hey. All right, so with that, this is the new paper trimmer. So I'm going to trim this at, actually I'm going to do this side because this was done with the old paper trimmer and I got a fuzzy side on it. So I'm going to trim this to matte to 5.25. Okay, and I just had a little tiny bit to take off there. Just wasn't perfect. Okay, and then I've got 5.25 by 4. Okay, so that is my mat. Okay, and then what I've got, I like the other side too. Well, we've already done the other side. Maybe we should, no. I'm teasing you. I love the Knighted Navy too. Hi Pam, how are you, hun? Alrighty, so for this I am going to cut, and we are just going to do a 1/4 inch in from our original mat. Now, what you might want to pay attention to though is where you want this cut. So I like the design right here. This to me is a little bit more blank, so I'm actually going to cut from this side, whereas normally I would do this and swipe off this side. So I'm just going to twist this over so that blank side goes away. If that makes sense to you at all, I'm not sure, but hey. All right, so I've got 3 3/4 and then by 5, and I'm going to cut that top off, not the bottom that has all the detail. So you want to pay attention to that when you've got your patterned or specialty or designer series paper. Okay, so with that, so the leftovers of this, I'm going to cut at 2 inches. And here's the reason why. My scalloped tag topper punch has a depth or a width of 2 inches. So I just thought it would be stupid easy. Yeah, I can talk tonight. I thought it would make it very simple for me to be able to to be able to punch and get everything done. All right, so with that, the bookmark is going to be at 2 inches, and then I'm doing it at 4 3/4. Okay, and I forgot to get the scallop tag topper punch, so 1 second. You can use any tag topper punch, not a big deal. Okay, so I've got all my trimming out of the way. Now you can also grab the corner rounder if you prefer to do that. It's really up to you on what you're gonna do. Make sure you grab the top of your tag and see how that's just at 2 inches, yeah? Now, couple tips for you. For one, press it all the way in. Make sure your end is all the way in. Sometimes there's catches on the punches and you'll think it's all the way in and it's not. So you just wanna look at that and make sure, and then press. Okay, get my trash out of the way. So I've got my bookmark here. Now I have tried to do this several different ways, and I'm going to tell you what has worked the best for me. First off, I tried with glue dots that tore the paper. Then I tried with photo corners, but then I don't know if you know what photo corners are. All right, well, photo corners are those little tiny corners that you can put on a photograph. And although those worked really well, because then this just kind of slid down into a pocket, you could see them, and I didn't like that, okay? Then I tried to do a little bit of glue and let it dry so it was tacky. Never could quite get that formula quite done. So what I ended up doing was grabbing dimensionals after I've snailed this and done everything. But I grabbed dimensionals, put them on my pants a couple of times, and then figured out after about 4 or 5 sticks. So basically it's just tacky to the touch. And that's the side that's going to go on your bookmark. Okay. I left the other side completely sticky to go on the card. So that way they can peel it off slowly and hopefully slowly, and it won't tear the paper. Okay. If you want to grab a corner rounder to grab these bottom ones, up to you, but honestly, I wanted it to sit right down on here and to look kind of like the same edges. Okay, so I'm going to grab my snail adhesive here. You'll understand what I mean in a minute about the dimensionals. Okay, so I'm grabbing my snail adhesive. Yes, I go through a little bit of this because I don't want anything to fall off. I don't know about y'all. If you have somebody that's going to keep your card forever and ever, do not use snail adhesive. Instead, use the tear and tape. That is meant to last quite a bit longer. Okay, and then I am going to grab, now with the foil, see how it's metallic on here? You want to go a tiny bit slower because that foil doesn't hold the adhesive as well, and when you do that, it gums up in here. So if you go a tiny bit slower, it doesn't tend to gum up as much. I know, all these tips, right? Okay, so I am gonna grab my ribbon here and my snips. Okay, so this is that metallic ribbon, and what I did was I just frayed by pulling a little bit. I just frayed the very end of my ribbon to kind of tuft it out. Is that a technical term? I'm not really sure. Anyways, and then I grab my snips and just pull off the extra pieces. That one's not working. Okay, got it. And then I do the same with the other side, just to give a little bit more softness to this. I don't want things to be as exact. If that makes sense to you, I'm not sure if it does. But I want it to have kind of a fringy, almost. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing with this ribbon. And I'm just going to trim off these edges, because I don't want strings hanging out. I just want that softer tassel kind of look. If that makes sense to you. Okay. So I've got that going on, and I'm just going to grab here, put this through. If you want to not worry about stuff catching in the hole, you might want to do that pull apart softness thing later. Okay, it's up to you. And if you think that's the front, well, then we got to do this again, huh? Not a problem though. All right, so with that, all right, so I gotta go backwards because I want the knot to show up on the front, or the hitch. I don't know what you call that. Anyways, you understand what I'm trying to say, I hope? Okay. All right, so that's what I have first before I do anything else. And yes, I know y'all are waiting for that, but what I'm gonna do is get my block. Where did it go? Okay. And I'm gonna grab my Christmas gleaming and I'm gonna get my stamping done, okay? So first I need to put the words in here. Sticker side down, try to not get your hands on the stamps. The oil in your hands will make them not stamp as evenly. At least that's what I have found. So I'm gonna grab my Night of Navy. And I am just looking to make sure, because the last time I did this, it didn't ink all that well. Push down, don't rock, straight down, give it a couple seconds to get in there. Looks like I might need to re-ink my Night of Navy pad, but that is okay. 'Tis the season for it to get used quite a bit. So, let me clean this off really quick. Probably just out of camera range for you, but that is okay too. All right, so we're gonna put back our Merry Christmas, and I'm gonna grab the filigree. Okay. And Seaside Spray, which is that lighter blue that matches the ribbon, the paper, and everything else. I know, what a coincidence, right? Just kidding. So, all right. So we're gonna put this back, okay? And if you need to know, that set is called Christmas Gleaming. It's a cling stamp set, okay? So we've got that done. All the stamping's done. Oh, except for my back. I forgot to do that. Well, good thing I checked anyways. My stamp set was not, or my ink pad was not completely closed. So, alrighty. So let's close this guy again. Push a little on the straight side, pull it over, and make sure it snaps shut so nicely. So this one will be one in the card box to be on sale at the Yucca Valley Craft Fair. But before we finish, we can't be done yet, right? Okay, so I'm gonna grab 3 dimensionals, and this is gonna be off camera, but I am putting them on my pants as we speak, and I'm lifting up and pushing down a few times. And by a few, I mean about 3, 4, 5. It just depends on how much lint or fuzz is on your pants. Okay, so take your time and grab these, and if they're barely tacky, that one's still a little too much. Hold on, a couple more times on my pants. If they're barely tacky, then they're about right for that paper, because realize they're going to get mushed in the mail and all that kind of stuff. So you just want just barely sticky, okay? So there's that. And then the easier way would probably be to stick these on here very gently. So I've got my 1, 2, 3. And then by Carol's direction, stick your finger down in the middle, your fingernail, and then you'll be able to peel those right off. And I'm not taking the sticky off for the back side to get it onto the card, okay? So with that, that is what we've got for tonight. I hope that works for you. To me, they are just absolutely gorgeous. And obviously this one's staying put better because I didn't do it backwards. So these are 2 of the brand new cards, our bookmark within a card. So I hope you enjoyed them for tonight. Follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. If you signed up for card class, I will see you either tomorrow in Yucca or Saturday morning or afternoon session. And let's see, what else? I'm getting ready to get all my swaps done for on stage and getting ready to go. So I I think that's about all I have for you tonight. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great evening, and make sure to give me a follow, give me a like, and I'm always available for feedback if you want to create something specific as well. I'm looking for hosts in January and February. So thank you so much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.